All right. Okay. Where were we? Okay, we can move around and everything. What we're going to do in this one is get these status lines working down here. I could have swore I had these writing something down here. I don't know why it's doing it. So it may be heading straight into a debug session. Hopefully not. But we'll take a look at the code. All right. But before we do that, let's get the get ignore file going. That's that file I couldn't think of last session. Let's go here. Oh. Okay, here it is here. Oh, all right. What do we need? So everything we want get to ignore, we put in here. This is just saying anything that ends with a .exe, ILK, or OBJ. Ignore it. We don't need that PDB file either. All right, so we just want to track the CPP and any .h files or anything else we add later will be covered by this. So let's save that. Let's go here, restart. It's too big. All right, so we just need to check in our get ignore. Okay. All right, there we go. All right, that's done. Let's move on to the actual game. All right, so there is a part in here which has our status. Okay, I'm going to update player position right screen buffer to console. Where is that at? Right, info to screen. This is the function that's actually writing. What's that here? Info to screen. So is that, here it is, initialize screen, so that's, okay, applies time screen width. So that's the 240 characters, see 2 times of that. Okay, so we have an initialize info section. Where's that being done at? Wait, what? 57. So it's being done right there. Okay, I don't see where the actual info. Oh, here it is. No wonder it's null. Oh, here it is. So we're actually setting it here. Initialize screen. We need to move that into initialize info section. So let's do that. But it is part of the screen actually, so probably should keep it there. Okay. So that's 240. So it does have 240 characters. We should actually put. Oh no, we can't do that. Okay. I remember at one time it was writing that. So on this write info to screen. So when we blast our buffer to the console, right before we do that, we write it to the screen memory, the screen buffer right here. Now our info start position, where is that? Right there, screen size minus info size. Okay. This is the actual screen size, um, including info. So we're actually playing the game with 240 characters less than this. And that's why we're subtracting that info size. Info lines 2 times, which is 240. Okay. So that should give us screen size minus 240. Info start position. We're going to blast this over to here. So let's go back. Okay, where are you? Right there. So the address of screen info start position. Oh. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. First of all, I misspelled that. Maybe screen. That always bugs me when people leave those in. A job one time, a guy was, oh, he couldn't spell for nothing. John, hello, if you ever watch this. But, oh my gosh. And the whole, everybody knew it too. It was just a known thing and everybody accepted it. But you'd run through his code bases and everything was misspelled. He'd just leave it in there. It's crazy. Okay, back on task. Okay, I have no idea why this is not working. Um, Staring at this, I do not see it. But we know that we are trying to write some, what, underscores or something. Well, we mem set it with underscores, but then we string copy nothing yet into there. Now, string copy should include the terminating 0, so we don't need that. But is it getting overridden once we blast it out? Or maybe we're not even writing that far down. So we're setting this, terminating 0 at the very end. Okay, screen width times screen height. Okay, this is the problem here. We're not going down far enough. Need to add plus info size. Or is it info lines, right? Screen height plus info lines. Okay. See if that does it. Another thing I need to do is just build a build script for this so I don't have to type this out all the time. Especially when you don't type fast. So there goes that. Let's go over here. Oh, get ignore. Almost pressed enter on that. Almost pressed enter on that. That one. Okay, so we are writing to the buffer down here. Yay. Did we mess up anything else though? Let's see. Okay. This is where you would do user acceptance testing. You get users. Joel Spolsky used to call this hallway usability testing, where you go out of your office into the hallway, grab somebody walking by that wasn't a programmer, drag them in there and say, hey, do this. See if they discover anything. See what their comments are. Okay, so everything seems to work. Okay, well, yay, we got that working. Well, that was quick. Now what? Hmm, what else is there? I wasn't prepared for that. If you've been following this series, you know that I usually get caught in some kind of debugging session and it goes on for 40 minutes. Hmm. All right, what can we do? So we did get, how far are we into this? I don't know. I guess we could call it a day on that, and then I could get my thoughts together on what we're going to do next. I think we'll do that. So, well, let me think. Um, move around. We got that. Hmm. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and think on that. I don't want to use up all your time. So I'm going to get that together and then I'll be back. Well, this is a short one. Go have a beer. Like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.